we're here today because I wanted to talk to you about your journey, because I think it's quite inspirational to us as a team, but also will be to other people.
It was the ADHD team, the specialists, that put me forward for this meeting that was going on, and for the champion patients. And there was, I think, 3 or 4 other ADHDers, and some guy had written a book who used to be a policeman, and then he'd written a book about ADHD and all that.
So was that that was before the Recovery College was actually delivering things?
Oh yeah.
Almost a conversation about
what
the concept of a recovery college is, and would you like to be involved in?
Nothing was in. I don't think anything was even in stone.
Yeah.
It was just, do you want to come along and see if you would be interested in being a volunteer for this if it goes ahead?
Yeah.
It was very strange at first because I'd never been in a meeting in my life. And when I was saying to anyone, I'm going for a meeting, I'd giggle, they'd giggle. It was like, yeah, right, yeah, you're going shopping or something. No, I'm going for a meeting. I am actually going for a meeting. And
how did you find that process? I mean, obviously, I can imagine, because I know you now, that you were a bit nervous about that. But did you feel that you were involved and supported to go along to a meeting with the trust?
Yeah. Because it was kept in touch with us via email or text or phone call. And I was obviously bothered about talking too much, because I do when I'm nervous even more. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to swear. No, I am. I just know I am. I'm going to walk in and go, So I went in and I said straight away, sorry if I swear. I'm sorry if I talk too much. And they were all like, it's okay.
Yeah.
As if to say, you're all right. Because normally when I walk into them and say that, people go, oh, right, okay. But they didn't. So I thought, oh, I'm not accepted here, am I? This is really weird.
Yeah.
This is very strange. So yeah, it was kind of being accepted straight away, which was the oddest thing for me, because I just don't get that.
Yeah. Because I think that's it. If you've had negative experiences in your life where perhaps people have judged you before they really know you. But that's why I think it's so important, and we've always said this in our Recovery College meetings, just be open and honest. And we're all very different. We all have a completely different lived experience that we bring to the table. But we absolutely respect your funny, little things that
quirks.
You do. Your quirks. I know you like to call them your quirks.
Call me quirks, yeah.
But that's what makes you, and we need to celebrate that. So yeah.
It's the first time it's ever been celebrated, trust me. We all sort of buckled down, and with whatever we have lived with, whether it be anxiety, depression, ADHD, and anxiety, depression, and there's plenty of other people that have got all sorts of quirks like I have. We all sat down, bless you must have taken so many hours, sat down with you and co-produced our little courses, which another thing I found very strange, because I failed everything at school. Everything. From that to actually co-producing and putting what's in there onto a piece of paper. No one's ever wanted that on paper. I've been told not to put that on paper. But it was great, because I remembered a lot of things about my life as well that I'd forgotten. Because you obviously think about it. It was quite emotional sometimes. Because there's things that I hadn't thought of for a long time, and only being diagnosed at like 40. I'm not saying how old I am now. No, I'm 49. So you'd think I'd have learned loads by now, but it's only really since I got involved with the Recovery College that I've started learning about myself. Amazing. I don't know any other adults, that have it.
Yeah.
From friends, family, just nobody. Crikey, yeah. When I was at school, I refused flatly to do an English oral exam. I refused, because I knew trying to read something, because I found that I'm dyslexic, which goes hand in hand really with ADHD a lot of the time, not all the time. I just refused. So I got unclassified for it.
That pressure, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something wrong. I'm going to swear.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that people are going to go, what? You know. But then when you're in a room full of people that think the same way as you do, my quirks just they merge.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't stand out anymore. I'm the normal one.
Yeah.
You know. You know. It's like you're the one that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is though. It's like us neurodiverse ones are the ones that are the majority.
Yeah.
And that's never happened with me. Oh yeah. It's I don't know how to put it into words. But since I've been doing this, I've done my English and passed my English. Whoop. I'm starting my second English level 2 on Friday.
Oh, fantastic.
And I'm going to be doing the, hopefully, fingers crossed, the petals. I did mindfulness, which you know I love. I'd never heard of it, and I can't remember how I found out about mindfulness itself. I think I was just looking on the prospectus.
Yeah, see what's available.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And there was introduction to mindfulness, just about 2-3 hours, and then intermediate.
Yeah,
I think that was what it was. So there was a 6-week course for the introduction, then there was another 6-week course for the intermediate. That's actually where I met one of my really good friends that I've got now. Completely chalk and cheese, because we had that in common. It's great.
Yeah.
So I've now got a friend for life through going to a course.
Through attending a course, yeah. and finding that even though you're very different people, that there's something that brings you together.
Yeah. That's why I did so much more research. Mm. So because a few people that have come to when we were doing the in-person ones,
yeah.
were grandparents or parents. Yes. And their, I don't know if it's grandson or granddaughter, had been diagnosed, and they wanted to learn everything they could about it. So they came along and they said it was very informative. And those are the sort of people that I want to help as well, because those are the ones that are going to be that child support.
Yes.
You know, they're in their support network. And if that child can have the support that I never had because I wasn't diagnosed, then I've just got goosebumps. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But I get so excited now. But then that little person won't grow up quite as damaged.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have the support in the way they need it, rather than the way people think they're supposed to act towards somebody who's got a mental health problem. It was daunting, the thought of it, because I knew there was quite a lot of forms.
Yeah.
It was pretty straightforward, and because I had help, it was amazing.
Yeah. And I think that's it. I think it's important to recognise that we have within the trust a volunteer team that like process the applications and everything. But as a team, we're here to support people to complete that volunteer recruitment stage, because it's nice to get that official badge and to be recognised as a volunteer, and obviously things like your travel expenses and things like that when we get back to a new normal. We support you with that, but it also means now you are a registered volunteer that we can support you with further training and open up that world of development and learning that's there, and get you involved in lots of different projects.
I want to co-produce so many more courses, helping other people co-produce theirs and co-facilitate them as well, or just facilitate them, which is something like I say, like, wow. And there's no judgment.
No judgment.
That's what I stress that so strongly at the beginning of every time, that there is no judgment. If somebody interrupts, doesn't matter, because that's what we do. You get excited, you say it. It's welcomed, because that's what you do. I want people, when they log on, just to be themselves. I mean, when we do get back into doing it in the room, if it can be run dual, would be amazing, because some people are not at a stage in their journey that they have the confidence to go into a room full of other people that they don't know. But if they can stay online and just see what's going on, and then input if they want, that for me, having the joint thing to get working together would be amazing.
I think that's a brilliant idea, and it's certainly something that I think we'll look into, because even when we go back to delivering in person, within the community buildings we work in, we're gonna struggle with group sizes. They're gonna have to be really small.
You want no more than 6?
Yeah,
at the minute.
More than 6.
Yeah. So
and if we've got a lead facilitator and then somebody co-producing and supporting that, that's 2. And we need to look at the technology to support that. And we'll continue the online deliveries anyway. Maybe on a day that we don't deliver in person. But it will be nice to go back and see everybody as well.
I don't know what I've done without it, to be very honest. I've really struggled because you can't get. I needed to see somebody about my ADHD, haven't been able to. I needed to see somebody about pain, haven't been able to. So everything stops, but you don't. And because everything else has stopped, your brain starts to work faster, and it does its, worst case scenarios, and everything is so much harder work. So I was really, really struggling. I still am, but I don't know what I really, truly do not know what I would have done, where I would be without having something to do 3 or 4 times a week or 5 times a week, sometimes twice a day.
Is it having that focus, so you know that you're going to be co-delivering a course on a day, so it's almost having that process where you get up, you get dressed.
It's a commitment. Because I'm doing that for somebody else, you're going to do it. And if I've logged on and committed to doing a course like as learning, well, I've committed to that, so I will do it. Because I'll be letting somebody else down, and I wouldn't like being let down. So it's a purpose, because otherwise, obviously you've got your family in the house and everything like that, and meals. But for yourself, trying to help yourself, you need some sort of purpose. And it's given me that. It's great.